I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it, I'll take a fat loss.
Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365. I'm Jared.
And I'm Terry.
And we're back with an interview.
I know, it's been a minute.
It's been like 6 months.
I know.
It's crazy. We don't have an off season anymore.
No.
Nope. All right, so what are we doing?
We're doing an interview with Ryan from
let's
Reapers.
bring him in here. Sir!
Hey.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. Yeah.
Just checking in here at the hotel, staying out in New York. So.
Very cool. Yeah, I do that a lot. And I do the same thing you do. As soon as you check in, you go out to eat. I figure out what I'm watching on the iPad, and then I go get food.
Yep, for sure.
All right, so for you guys that do not know, Ryan is the electrician and tech guy at Reaper's Revenge, home of the best hayride in the country.
Yes.
I said it.
Thank you.
I agreed.
Yeah. So how long have you been involved with Reaper's Revenge?
This will be my 5th year now.
5th year.
Nice.
5th year. Very cool. I don't know how long we've been going. This is our 11th season, so I think we've been going for 9 years.
I think so.
Holy shit.
I think my first time there was a patron was 2018.
Okay. Yeah, I got to look back at our archives. I don't like to look at them because they're terrible. So. I do it before the New Year's show.
We've been going there a while.
Yeah, long time.
A long time.
So what exactly do you do at Reapers?
My main role is electrician, and I do a lot of tech stuff, lighting. Lighting is a big thing of mine. And I help program. I do a lot of the programming too for the scenes and animatronics and stuff like that.
Like the scene behind us in the picture there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you?
It's not just me. It's just also I work underneath Andy. It's me and him. We're pretty much the 2 tech guys. So Andy's been there pretty much from the get-go, from the beginning. And
You all right?
Troy's territory coaster. This happened.
Take you out.
God damn it, Troy.
Damn it, Troy.
So, how did you first get into the haunted attraction industry?
Well, I was running an electrical business on my own, and had an electrical buddy call me up one day and said, "I'm overwhelmed with work. Can you take on some jobs?" And one of the jobs was doing electrical for a new haunted attraction. So, and that was at Terror Farm. It's in Newport, PA.
Okay.
They're still running, and they're a really cool place to go to and see. So I helped them get started and get their wiring set up and do all their electricals, emergency lights and all that stuff, and set that up. Always been a fan of Halloween. I remember stopping trick-or-treating when I was little, on the early side, early teens, and doing more of scaring people out of my bushes and making things like coffins and tombstones from my front yard and stuff, and a ghost dropping down from my rooftop and things like that. So I definitely had the bug early, and then kind of just fizzled it away over my adulthood with getting kids and family, and just things just kind of fizzled into that part. And this definitely, though, when I got this job, or it kind of re-energized it. I didn't realize what the industry was evolved in over the years of the early 2000s, and how much it became like more of an entertainment you know, attraction with amusement park type of thing, and with all the animatronics and stuff. And so it just blew me away. I've always liked the entertainment world of things, just amusement parks and movies and musicals and just everything like that. So uh, when I saw this and saw what was all involved in it, I was kind of hooked from there.
Yeah, it gets in your soul.
Yeah.
It does. It
It
really
does.
does. And I love everything about this industry. That's why we do the crazy stuff that we do.
Yeah, I just fell in love with it. The so many different aspects of creativity, and it pretty much touches everything.
Yeah.
I mean, from audio to special effects to painting to set designs, and just from acting to putting on a performance, and the logistics of putting on a performance. And
And
that's
now
I enjoy
social
that.
media and the marketing and all that crap going into it now. Yeah.
And it's just all for just, it all comes down to just seeing the smiles on everybody's face as they're leaving, and that's what I look for, and that's what I enjoy the most, is just seeing everybody having fun and smiling.
All this stuff for 12 days. It's a little longer in other places, but you know what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
it's short.
that is the I still haven't. It's been, I don't know how many years I've been doing this now, and it's still doesn't. It, it's hard at times. It's
Well,
definitely
you,
hard
you
at
chose to be an electrician on the side of a fucking mountain. So I'm
times.
sure that's real fun.
Yeah.
Because like we were doing the behind the scenes, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 years ago, and I go to Todd, I'm like, how do you fucking run wires here? We're on a
Yeah.
mountain.
Very carefully, and just but no, we do it, try to do it we do things. We've been doing a lot of upgrading, but every year when I get up there, at least since this is my first year, and one of the first things I do is I'm fixing overhead wiring that has been knocked down over the winter time. Um, Pretty much every year I get at least two or three knocked down wires and cables. Um,
I'm guessing snow does that up there.
it's more wind and not knocking the trees down. But last year we did a heavy duty cleanup of we had a tree company come down and come in, and they just went to town and just got literally every dead tree we can find. So we're hoping that helped, and that we're not going to see a lot of damage this year because of that. So we put that extra effort into that, and hopefully it'll pay off.
I hope so.
When will you
'Cause I think sorry, go ahead.
when will you get up on the mountain to start doing all that stuff?
We're starting here in April.
Okay.
So that's usually when it starts getting warmed up and enough to get up there.
Hopefully
Usually,
the snow melted for you.
usually after we get back from Transworld is usually we'll start basically getting pretty heavy up there.
See that, people? It starts in April. All right, so we already answered that question. Well, that's answered. All right, so we'll jump into the haunted attractions, because even though you work at one, you're a big fan of them too.
Yep.
Like we had a prior conversation where you've probably been to as many as we have, and that's saying something. What are your favorites over the years?
I would say Haunted Overload is one.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
My buddies up there, Wallace and Eric, so I love everything they do up there. So I've been up there a couple times, and also up there, Fright Kingdom. As far as
Yet.
far as an indoor attraction, it was probably one of my favorites. As far as like a warehouse type of indoor indoor attraction. He just Timmed up there. He just does great work up there. And I like it's old school, but it's really cool creativity, and it's really cool layouts. The scares were some of the best scares I've ever had going through the layouts of it. So, um, and then recently Markov's definitely been there.
Yeah, boy, that's we're plotting. That's the first date. Like I start bothering them like now. I'm like, hey, you guys got that schedule?
Yeah, I've been pretty much on to a lot of the most of the stuff on this side. I've been to a few things out west, but I definitely need to explore more out west someday if I ever have the opportunity. But um, trying to think, definitely those just because they're so unique and kind of like what we are as far as the outdoor, and we use the outdoor elements and stuff, and so that's kind of why I chose Haunted Overload and Markov's, and they're pretty much a tie for me. And there, and then as far as indoors, I would say the other one is Laurel's.
Yeah.
Just that one was just beautiful. It's a work of art.
Yeah.
The set designs, so there's nothing cookie cutter about that place at all.
And it's bright. Like you never think you would like a bright haunt, but I love walking through that bright ass haunt.
Yeah,
They're very cool.
and I honestly, the one I go there a lot is Kim's Crypt.
Yeah.
That one is just I have so much fun there every time, and the scares are always good.
Yeah, you're in that mill, the first attraction for
Yeah,
like 30 minutes. Like
yeah,
it is a long attraction.
and they have it set up where there's only a few actors, but they're running around and they're getting you left and right, and
Yeah.
it's very dark. She has a lot of dark spots, and she keeps it that way, and I like that. But
What I liked about Kim's was you could feel the old school and the
yeah,
new school meeting.
oh yeah,
It was
that's
cool.
yeah. But I think the biggest thing is I just always walk out of there having some of the most fun ever, and I get the most pop scares out of there too. So that still gets me. I still jump.
Very cool. Is there any that you want to hit? Like, do you have a bucket list?
um, Netherworld,
Yeah, me too.
and
Mhm.
then 13th Gate down in New
Oh,
Orleans.
you need to
You
do
need to go there.
that.
I would like to go see Bart and Michaels out tearing the corn out there in Colorado. Um, so I've done Hell's Gate.
Yeah, I like that. I love that one.
Yeah, that was really good. That was that again. That one, it was the scares was the biggest thing on that one for Hell's
Oh,
Gate.
yeah.
So you could tell they take the time and set up the scares because, and somebody that's in the industry definitely appreciate that because it was almost kind of like when I feel like a pink what do you call it um
The scenes are so intense.
yeah, when I feel like a ping pong, back and forth,
Right.
and
Yep.
and when there's one up high and then they're down low, and then you just
Mhm.
kind of don't know when they're coming, and that's when they definitely worked and they took their time, and I appreciate that.
I would agree.
So, what are some of the main things you're responsible for building or maintaining at Reapers?
Sorry, what's that?
What are some of the main things you're responsible for building or maintaining at the haunt?
The electrical work. Um, we're always basically every year we're always taking 3 or 4 things that we have to repair due to just being rotted out and over the years, weather repairs. But animatronics, we do that, and we're always constantly fixing things like that. Um, it's more of that. Just we've been getting better as far as when we take all of our control boards in indoors now. So like the air regulators are not. We're getting better at that, where they're not getting frozen or not going bad over the winter, and not replacing those all the time.
Yeah, that could probably be a pain in the ass.
there's a lot of little things we've noticed, especially when I came in 4 years ago and stuff. And Andy was starting to notice things at that point, and we're starting to get on a routine of figuring things out. Like what goes what in the winter or what's not good to be out there. And so it's been a learning curve over the years, but I think our system now that we have, and definitely a lot of it's been developed by Andy, and I'm just basically learning off of him and been carrying it over. I'm going to keep it rolling here. So,
what's your favorite attraction at Reapers? Not
I
to
was
throw
just
you
gonna ask
completely under
that.
the bus.
my favorite one?
Yeah.
That's hard.
The wars that are starting right now. Sorry.
I would probably it's between the hayride and the carnival. I would say. I think probably more the carnival. The atmosphere up there is really fun and just cool to hang out up there in the evenings. So,
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I like them all, but that one definitely is. I don't know. It's just that's the most. I enjoy that one the most when I set all the lighting up on that every year. Besides the hayride, because I get a lot of programming and lighting to do out on the hayride with
Oh yeah.
Pumpkin Hill, and I do the cemetery and all that. And but definitely the lighting is. I kind of want to revamp a little bit more on the lighting and take off of some things that Markov has been doing with their trails. But we kind of want to make it a little bit darker, I think, this year.
Really?
Yeah, like we'll keep things, that you can see stuff, but the trail parts,
Okay.
you don't think it's dark enough?
I think it's fine. It's like our season has started when I hear the creaking of the carousel. You know what I mean? Because like we usually come to there, I don't know, third week in September or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once I hear that carousel, I'm like, yeah.
That's one of the first things I enjoy turning on is the Ferris wheel, and hearing that creak and seeing if it's still squeaking, because that's all natural. So,
Not like years of patina.
yeah, last 2 years I haven't had to push it. It started on its own.
Wow,
So,
That's crazy.
yeah.
it's been out there as long as I've been coming, so I don't even want to know how long it's been out there.
On the hayride, do you have a favorite scene that you enjoy doing the electrical work and the lighting?
Cemetery is definitely my baby. Right, last 2 years I did that and changed it all to LEDs, and that's my baby right now. So as far as lighting, and then I've been definitely tweaking on Pumpkin Hill last year or so, and I really want to revamp. I'm hoping that we can do that this year. I want to revamp that a little bit more this year as far as lighting. Be a lot of stuff that nobody will never see, but there's a lot of just running wires we want to redo.
Oh, yeah.
I want to redo a lot of the running all the wiring and upgrade that. So,
How many miles of wire on the hill? I'm kidding. You know.
I was thinking about leading up to this. I was thinking about trying to put some together. Andy used to have some numbers, and I was going to contact him because he used to have numbers.
That's insane.
It's a lot.
Him and Mike put together. They've definitely figured out some things. Like 4 or 5 years ago, they had some things figured out as far as how much stuff is up there. I mean, I know we're at like around 14 pyro effects, I think total, something around there.
Did you guys cut the big one last year? Did you turn it down?
We were having issues with it off and on.
You're talking about.
I don't know if you. I don't know what night you went. It's been turned down too. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I know why, but I'm still doing that.
Yeah. we're working on things though. We were playing around last year trying to make it louder again.
Oh, nice.
So no, so don't. Yeah, it's not done yet. And I know Andy's been pondering on it. So there's ways. We will find a way.
Because I remember the first time we did the behind the scenes tour and that went off when you guys were open. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" He's like, "Yeah,
So
that's
loud.
Bertha." It's like, good Lord.
One of the first times that Andy took me, I stood in like the perfect spot and made sure my hat was kind of slightly on the loose side on my head, and it blew off my hat pretty much.
Oh man.
That was before I was starting.
That's funny.
Because usually the first hit when you wake it up, the first hit's usually a pretty good one.
It was probably the first hit because
Yeah.
we were nearing the end of the tour and they were getting everything ready and we were doing the thing. Yeah. Yeah, thing's loud.
It is very loud.
So when you're designing or wiring an effect, what's the process like from idea to actually seeing it run in the attraction?
Well, it's basically sitting there coming up with the idea first, the vision. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I was just at a new haunt out here in New York, and we went through the scenes, and so now I'm just going to sit here and ponder tonight and figure out what colors and what I want to do, and then a lot of it also has to do with the sound. The light programming and the audio and stuff. I mean, that's for light programming. I mean, as far as just creating a scene, it's there's a lot as far as our scenes, our hayride scenes are way big involvements.
No.
That requires basically just coming up with a script and coming up with like, okay, with the idea of what are we going to do, and then Jen and Kelly are definitely the big ones on that, and they come up with the scripts and the ideas on that, on a lot of stuff there, and then we make the audio, make the scripts, record all that, and then it's basically setting up everything and then programming it, and that's usually using Director is what we use, and on the software, and we just do a programming it. You can basically have control of every little thing, and you basically create a story, and I definitely love that part. It's because you're creating a show and like a little storyline, and that's one thing I do like about our hay rides is our scenes are quick little stories.
Yep.
Like, the ones that you stop at and stuff. So I don't know.
You're right.
Did I answer that good? So
oh yeah, you did. There's no direct line. You know what I mean? It's like it's ebbs and flows with that stuff. That's why I don't own one or work at one. I have a bunch of pictures here that you sent me, so we'll leave the your new project at the end so we can really talk about that deeper. All right, so I'm going to bring them up here one at a time. I don't know why this comes up twice. All right, so you sent me this one, which is right here.
That's my first drop panel ever.
Oh, yeah? That's awesome.
I was proud of that one. So I did all the walls, built all that hallway, and then
how do I?
I don't think I have a before and after picture, but that was that picture it's a drop down and that drops. So, but I was happy on that because it was just my first one.
I like drop panels; they're a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna go.
I thought that one was really hidden really well. So, with the framing of it, so
let's bring up this guy. Oh, that's not how you do that. I'm also learning a new program here, so we'll just do that here. There we go. Got this one.
That was one of my first, bigger projects at Reapers for Sector 13 that I kind of was able to, little side project I was able to start on my own and basically build off my own. So that just came inspiration from those two metal grates, vent grates on the sides. Those were from their covers off of a heater at like an old commercial building.
Oh, that's cool.
That was kind of parts were being demoed, and so I had access to these two pieces, and I just off of that I built this, and I think I sent you a video, but the hand is a sensor, trigger sensor, where if somebody puts their hand on that hand, it vibrates their hand. So there's a trigger sensor mechanism that I built into there. And then lights go off, the lights change on that, and that's all programmed and stuff on that. But that was before it, that picture there was before it got painted by Gail up at Reapers. She's painted that for me then.
Then we got a whole wiring mess here.
That's the guts of that device.
It's nice and neat.
It is. We just got some good cable management there. I'm gonna cook Ryan dinner so he can do my new computer setup.
Yeah, I get pretty picky on my wiring. I did that. I learned that from ran my own electrical housing or for residential electrical business for 15, 20 years.
You'd have a stroke if you saw this desk, brother.
I have a stroke.
There's nowhere I need a bigger desk. It's just what it is. There's got to be an easier way than doing one at a time here. So that's that. Oh, this looks pretty. There we go. Look at that lighting.
Yeah, I was proud of this. This was one of my this was my first escape room that I did for somebody. It was a restaurant, and they decided to put two little escape rooms, one room escape rooms, and he hired me, and this was Houdini scenes based off of the magician Houdini, and this was hidden behind a bookcase that was held by a magnet, and you had to release the magnet, and then the bookcase popped open, and then it revealed this, and then you had 3 clues. Two were in the case, they're locked, and then there you can see there's a message in the bottle there. So
I would fail because I didn't even notice that bottle over there. I was looking at the pretty light.
But that was one of my first foam carving as far as the brick. I did that and painted that and stuff. Help from my mom on that. She definitely helped also with helping. But I was just proud of that, the archway and just all that. That was one of my how it came out. I was pretty happy with that.
Oh, definitely. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I got another couple more here. We have this with all the lights on. That's pretty with the lighting.
Yep. And then the sides turn red whenever you put your hand on it.
That's
and then
cool.
The siren goes off, and the hand the whole console vibrates.
I'm gonna start sticking my hands all over Sector 13 now.
It's kind of like one of those Easter eggs. Nobody really says anything when you're walking through it, but there's always at least out of every couple of groups, there's that one person that sees that hand and they decide to put their hand on it and see what happens. So
we got a bookcase here.
That's the one that pops open.
Ah, that's so cool.
So I built that bookcase by hand, and it's got wheels on it, and it's got a spring on the back. So whenever the magnet released, it would pop open and actually open up. With the wheels, it actually opened up pretty good, enough that people were like, it almost looked like magical, like it just kind of opened it up. Didn't have air or put anything to do like a cylinder or anything. So, but the spring definitely worked. So,
well, if it's on wheels, why couldn't you attach the barn door things to the top, and then we could have a bookcase on the back side of that door?
Oh yeah.
He gave me an idea.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a barn door that shuts the office, and it just wastes the space. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, making it like a hidden room,
yeah,
make a bookcase out of it.
that'd be pretty cool.
That would
Then
be
your studio will be secret.
Secret studio.
Jesus Christ.
That's I like the I call them Scooby Doo holes or Scooby Doo.
And that's what I enjoy the most about escape rooms. Like they're fun, but
Yeah.
like we were doing one, and you just the one in over here when we had no idea there was a third friggin' room, and then
Oh,
the whole door open, and
Open.
there's a whole another room. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, me and Kelly, we always talk about Scooby Doo holes, and we like love all those secret little doorways and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
what was the last one that we were going to talk?
No, we're gonna do that
Oh.
towards here. All right.
I do have a question.
Oh, good.
Have you ever experienced you set everything up, everything's going good, and throughout the night the electric goes out in one scene or something has like how do you handle that?
Try not to stress out. Yeah, especially like our back half of our mountains all ran off of a generator still. We have a massive generator, and what was it 2 years ago that whole backside went out.
Oh my
And
god.
when you get a call like that, that's yeah, it's your heart's pounding for the next 5-10 minutes, because me and Ted, one of the other helpers that helps us out, he's the fog man, um, and helps us out with a lot of other tech stuff. But me and him have to run around and turn all the big heavy duty amplifiers off and all the foggers off on the generator side. And then Andy's at the generator, and then we have a backup generator, and then he's got a radio. We got to radio him and tell him it's all clear. And then he'll switch it over to the backup generator, fire that up, which will turn all the lights on the back half. And then when we're good to go, then we'll slowly start firing up the audio back up. And I take the half of the back half, and then Ted takes the other half. And so we've actually like practiced it and went over, like talked it over, and like come up like a game plan of what we do. And it's
It's a big
that
shit movement.
scenario. I've had electric go out on other things, and it's going in and trying to troubleshoot things as quickly as possible. And usually, then the managers, we have managers at every attraction, and they're trained, and all of our actors have flashlights, and everybody has flashlights. So usually when power goes out, usually they're directing people with flashlights, and they're all trained. We train everybody for those type of situations. And so, and usually things like that, we don't have too many, knock on wood, we don't have too many issues.
Right.
Because I go around and I check a lot of the connections on the main things. I check a lot of the main connections over the summer. I do a lot of checking and things and making sure. And me and Andy are very diligent with our connections and making sure things are done and done right. And wire nuts are facing downward so no water gets in them, and this and that, and out there in the woods. And so there's just a lot of little things. Things are covered up so they're not getting rained on, and so things don't lose power. But it happens. So
I'm sure.
but that's the generator is definitely the biggest thing of all that has happened. But the last 2 years we've been really good on that. No issues. So
I probably just jinxed them.
Way to go. How many subwoofers are in pitch black? Like 9,000?
I should know this. I think there's two crates. They're stacked. I think it's two stacked on, like there's two stacked, I think, but I think there's two sets per trailer.
Because I still have not heard anything like that. Like it's
You're making my palms sweat just talking about it.
That's the key thing. It's because it's in the trailers and with how the whole structure of that thing is, the trailers and stuff. Um, that's what creates that vibration. I think in that unique feel, I mean, that you don't get anywhere else. Between that and also all the trailers are uneven, and they're on uneven ground, and that helps. So now when you're walking, you feel off center the whole entire time you're walking in those things.
if you guys have never been to Pitch Black, it is a complete clusterfuck of your emotions and psychology.
Oh my god.
I remember the first time as a patron going through that. It's still. I mean, I can get through it without. I know I pretty much can go through it without like no lights, no nothing, and I can pretty much not hit much. There's only two places that's still where I hit myself against the wall, but I pretty much know where every turn is now. But so I'm getting pretty good at that place now.
No.
But there's still two places, and there's one I know that I know Kelly's been bugging the knockout, and it's because everybody like keeps hitting it.
Everybody gets jammed up at it.
Well, there's a camera attached to the wall, and the people you lose the view of them because the camera's right up above their head.
Yeah.
Like you see, but you lose their view of them. But then all of a sudden, as soon as you lose their view, then right after that, you see the camera shake, and that's because they just smacked themselves into the wall. So it's funny watching the camera on that.
Yeah.
Because you just see this little the whole vibration. You know, okay, that person hit them.
Well, in Pitch Black, I usually hold on to you.
You've never led the way in Pitch Black.
And last year was the first year I actually felt the wall.
Yeah.
And how many times have we been through
9
it?
times, and that's the first time you touched the wall.
Because you kept saying there's texture on the walls.
There is.
And I'm like, no, there's not. Then I'm usually buried in your back, like pushing you. Just go, go, go.
Until you catch that zap. Fuck!
But the subs that you were talking about, they're as tall as you guys.
They'd have to be. Yeah.
Well, I think pretty sure they're double stacked, like 2 crates. So they're like, but basically when they're double stacked, they're like they're taller than me. I think they're about the height of me, and I'm 5'10". So that's
insane.
It gives you your nightmares, dear.
It does. And as soon as we come around from
as
that,
as soon as it pulls up on the hayride, she grabs me and she's just like, I'm like, you've been through it 10 times. I don't care.
It's amazing how when you sit there, how many out of every wagon is it's very little that we get a full wagon that goes down there.
Wow.
There's always
at least 1 or 2 person that chickens out and is taking the chicken path, and it just that kind of blows me away that like that's the point, because they can't really do that they do that. Some people do that at Delirium. They'll wait.
Really?
They'll wait outside. Yeah, they'll wait outside and not go in. I mean, you pretty much are forced. You have to go through the carnival. So,
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, we do have some people that do that in Delirium and wait for their group to come back out.
Wow.
And then, but yeah, that's the first place is, Pitch Black, where you can just bypass and go straight to the midway. And like I said, it blows me away how it's pretty steady through the night. Because I
gotta pay attention next time.
Yeah.
All right. Weird random question. It's raining out. You got nowhere to be. You're gonna make some popcorn and watch a movie. What's the movie?
See, that's the funny thing. I'm not a big diehard horror man.
You don't have to be. Any movie counts.
Huh?
Any
Any
movie
movie.
counts.
Any movie counts. Oh, jeez.
What's your comfort food? What do you throw on when you just want to like listen to it in the background?
Let me come back to that one.
All right. So, what's the most challenging system to work with? Lighting, animatronics, pneumatics, audio.
All the
What
above.
system pisses you off the most when you have to fix it?
Sometimes actually just electrical in general. Trying to troubleshoot electrical is sometimes a real pain in the butt. So,
Don't I know it? And I don't know shit about electrical.
I'm getting better with director and all that stuff. So definitely, I mean, nothing there really. Like, I mean, definitely there's things that, when you do go through everything and then all of a sudden something's not happening or all of a sudden it's not working right. And you got to go back through and redo the whole programming. I've had that happen. And, so just things like that. But, I don't know, just I think when things happen that you don't expect, that at the wrong time, that's when you get peed.
Yeah, the Halloween week, and you've got 4,000 people on the mountain, and then the electric pops. Yeah, I can imagine.
But I think it's more the random stuff, like we have these long trigger wire sensor, or we have wires that run to these triggers sensors for the hay rides to get triggered for the scene. And some of those runs are like like a couple 100 to 150 feet down the path, because they like temple and the opening scene, you get triggered way ahead of time, so you're hearing the music as you're approaching the scene. But we have issues since I've been there. We've had multiple issues with these wires. If they sit in the ground and get coated with leaves, just the wet leaves cause it to malfunction and trigger constantly on its own, randomly at random times. And you're just like, and then all we had to do was like pick the wire up and pick it off the ground and put it up in the branches, and
Ta-da!
ta-da, like little things like, I don't know, it's just and that all has to do with the insulation, and we've been getting a more heavier duty insulated jacket, as far as, and that with an extra shielded insulation on it, and that seems to help with these things. But I think it's those things where they're so random and so weird, and it's almost like a phantom, like a ghost. And like we always have a tech issues down in Alice, and have had people go down there, people that do spirit readings, and we do have spirits down there, and they like to tend to mess with that scene a lot, because we have a lot of weird things that happen down there, like they're out of the blue, and then they happen for one night, and then all of a sudden they don't happen any other night. But it's continuous. Yeah. One night it's just like a continuous thing. It's just happening, and we can't figure it out. And then all of a sudden it just stops, and then it fixes itself.
So on an average work night, when do you get on the mountain?
When do I get on the mountain?
Yeah.
I'm usually there. Like I'm there. So we pretty much stay up there.
He sleeps there.
So yeah, I pretty much, especially now with our daytime show and stuff, I'm pretty much there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So I usually show up during the season. I usually show up there on Wednesday or Thursday, and then I won't leave there until Sunday. And then I go home for a couple days during the week, and then I come back, do it all over again. We get there a couple days early to fix stuff. We always have a list of everything we have to fix, and usually there's a handful of things that we have to fix. And So that's one cool system that we have set up. So we have all the managers every night. They give us a report of anything that has broken or anything that they need us to look at. So we have a complete written list from every attraction.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then we go around and inspect everything too every weekend. My job is the carnival and delirium. I go through and I do a visual walkthrough inspections on those every night before we open up.
So you always learn shit.
I know. You don't realize what goes in
Nope,
behind
you
the
don't.
scenes.
Well, we got to see it with Carlos.
Right.
But that was like trying to catch a cocaine squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, safety is a huge thing for us up there. We're big into safety and all that. And
I must say, I love the new hayride. The new carts. Absolutely love it.
Yes.
oh, yes, we're happy too with that. I think that was a big win-win.
Yeah,
A lot of compliments on that one. So
like hay's fine, but getting out of that shit, it sucks.
no, I think it definitely made things better. Everybody was very happy with that,
And you could see more because you could turn better. You know, it made the actors don't fall over people as much. I mean, I'm sure they still get tripped, but
we had to change, I think 12 things as far as heights and just move things away and change things just because people got moved up. It was like almost like an extra, I think it was 12 inches or 12 to 16. I don't know. It was a fair amount of inches that
yeah, you're definitely high as shit.
Your head was higher up. So we had to, like, all those candles, we had to move all those candles up. And
all right. Now you can settle a debate for me.
Is there a switch for those candles?
We've thought about this. Told you. I told you. I was like, there's no fucking way they're moving a ladder 400 fucking times and clicking every fucking lamp on.
Now that's good.
Ryan.
That's good old Ted. That's Ted. Ted's the remote man and the fog man.
In your face. And
Yeah,
she just kept arguing. I'm like, just think about this. He'd have to start turning them on at 9 a.m.
Well,
it just doesn't work.
Thing to make it look like they're floating is using the fishing line.
Yeah.
So that's, we can't run wire up there or anything because it's just, you'll see it.
Yeah.
So the fishing line is what is pretty much, that's what makes it it makes it look like they're floating because you can't see that.
Yeah.
So
we should do that again in our hallway.
Which hallway? Upstairs?
Yeah. So switch.
Yeah. They make them now.
They do. I told you.
Where before they didn't have them out. We could have patented them.
We've argued about the candles on the hayride many times.
Yeah.
At least 3 times.
At least.
They're a pain.
I think I was getting confused with Haunted Overload with their pumpkins.
Oh yeah, they got to light
because
one of those.
They light those.
Yes.
So that's why I was getting confused.
Okay, but we weren't anywhere near Salem, so I don't know how you. Okay.
I was up there on the legendary haunt tour, and whenever he brought out
he doubled the pumpkins.
Yeah, he doubled it. And I was out there helping him and Wallace and helping them lay them out. It was ridiculous.
It was we went up there 3 years ago.
I think so.
The year before the legendary, and they still had a fuck ton of pumpkins they were replacing. I was like, "You guys do this all day?" They're like, "Yeah, we get here early, put the candles in, and then put them out."
I think he said it's definitely at the beginning of the season when it's warm. It's a fair amount that they have to replace, and then it gets a little less on the last weekend or two, from what I remember Wallace saying. But it's pretty heavy amount. I forget what percentage it is, but it's a fair amount that they have to replace.
He's insane. They're all insane on that mountain. I've told them all that they're insane. It's beautiful though.
Mm-hmm. We have to go again.
Yeah, we'll go again. Can I venture out a little bit?
I know.
We were just up there. 50% new, remember?
Yeah.
I enjoyed going there during the daytime, and then
Yes.
I was up
Yeah,
there.
we kept Nikki hostage for a good 2 hours in the daytime. And then we
Yeah.
had pizza, right? And
Yeah,
then
we went to that brewery.
I stayed with Wallace when I was up there, so I was basically his sidekick and helping him out. So I got to base. By the end of the day, I pretty much had that whole place memorized. It's not crazy. That's what I love about it is it doesn't take up that much space, but they have it set up where it weaves back and forth the trails, and you can get from one end to the other within like 1 minute, like 30 seconds. Like it's crazy how quickly you can get from one end to the other. But
That's crazy.
it's just because it's such a tight area, but they have it weaving around
Yeah.
so much, and it's so cool how he has the path set up. And he has it set up that they can switch things around easily. They can just switch where you go, well, you'll go this way, this year, and then it comes back to this, I don't know. He has it set up where he can. It's a pretty cool place. It's almost like it's like a playground as far as when it comes to actors, because there's so many. Like I said, you can get from one end to the other so easily, and there's so many cubby holes and nooks and crannies that you can dive in and out. So
Yeah, that place is. Love that damn place. All right. We did that. We did that. We did that. Did that. This happens. We try to talk, uniformly. So
Yeah.
we know you do work at other haunted attractions. Where else have you worked?
Well, I started at Terra Farm. Great place there. So, and then I been doing Reapers, and then I worked at last year I did some electrical work for a little bit at Penhurst Asylum. That was interesting. So being literally almost there was points where I was literally was the only one on the property, and
Oh.
I was down in the tunnels and
Oh,
yeah, that's I would say Mayflower and Devon. The basement of Devon was the creepiest of all. That one got me the most. And then the upstairs of Mayflower was the other one that really got me. Where I definitely thought I was seeing things or hearing things. So
I was talking to one of them after the where we go Christmas.
Yeah.
No, we did
No,
Valentine's.
Valentine's.
After the Valentine's, I'm like, why did you guys bother decorating the tunnels? Like, there's no need. It's a haunt all in itself. Just let them walk through.
then I've done just recently was out in Fright Asylum, and out in South Dakota, and right now I'm out here at Pure Terror,
There.
doing some stuff, and that's been about it. So
Gotcha. So, from a technical standpoint, what's something you've seen at another haunt that really impressed you? And that's hard to do considering the sound and lighting pulled off by Reapers.
I would say right now it's some of the stuff that I'm starting to do, the inspiration of light programming, the more intense light programming, and really getting involved with creating scenes more in depth. I would say Fear Columbus.
Oh, God, I got to get there.
So put that one on my list too, as far as one of my favorites. So I got a lot of favorites, but
they're the number one reason why we're probably going where we're going this season.
yeah, that one was pretty much more the immersiveness of the sound, and how the scares were, again, how the tech end of the scares were done. I know it's gotten better now since the last time I was there. I know Marco has done a heck of a lot more since I've been there, but I would say that was kind of that, and then seeing some of the videos of what Alex is doing out there with Darkness, and he's been at Penhurst. Those are my two guys that I definitely inspire me. That I've been doing a lot more of that type of programming and stuff. So, I don't know. Big set designs, still wow. I go wow, but I mean, I don't know. Like I would say the castle this year, that was wow at Marcos. That was like,
Oh, yeah. I've told the story many times on here before, but we never been to Marcos, didn't know much about it. They don't market
Same
a lot
here.
because they don't have to. That line was diesel. So I was like, you know what? We're trying to expand. We're trying to see new places. Let's make the trip. It's 2.5 hours. It's 2 attractions. We'll be done in an hour.
Yeah.
I have never been more wrong in my life. We walked back in our door at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every turn of that trail, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Like, it still puts me on my ass. Like,
Yeah.
you turn the corner, there's a Viking ship in the fucking water. Really?
Yeah.
And then, the giant mansion, now the giant castle, and that end
And it's just
insanity.
not just like maybe. I mean, I'm sure it looks, maybe it is to scale, like, or I don't know, like I think they played a little bit with the whole perception scaling on the third half of that castle, but it's still pretty darn close to a full size. I mean, it's full size.
If you were in those doors before,
Yeah.
the castle fits the doors perfectly, and
Yeah.
those doors are what, 40 feet tall, if not
Yeah.
higher?
I mean, that's a full size castle, man.
Yeah, it's that they built in one off season.
Like everything is literally full size. Like it's to scale. Like it's or if not, bigger. It's they don't wimp on anything.
No.
And it's fucking scary. Like, I jumped, our whole squad jumped. A guy that's worked there for 20 years jumped.
Oh yeah.
They got you 3 times in a second.
Yeah.
Not last year, but the year before.
It's insane.
Yeah, like,
No, their scares are set up really good too.
and the changes they made in the town, like, that's just straight up theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good lord.
I like their chainsaw area. It's unique with how all the logs are, and you have 2 paths to take, and how the chainsaw guys can interweave in between. Kind of reminds me of like with what Eric does on Haunter Overload, and Eric's one of the chainsaw guys, but he has the mine shaft set up where he can chase people but he'll then weave out real quick and reset himself easily, and he can kind of hit people in different directions, and so he's got that mine shaft set up really nice. And Marcos does the same thing with the way they have theirs set up.
That fucking mine shaft, it gets to you because you're like, am I really in a mine right now? Like, because you're going down the hill and you're just like,
Yeah.
and you hear like the big, I won't give it up, but you know what I'm talking about.
And then he angles the wall, so it makes it, even though you're going downhill with the angle, it makes you feel like you're really
going down.
Yeah.
Like it catches you for a minute. You're like, am I in a fucking mine right now? Like,
oh yeah, he has it set up beautifully, and it's like, there's not much to it. When you see it during the daytime, you're like, oh, really? That's it? There's so many. That's what I love about haunting, is there's so many things like that just blows you away when you see it during the daytime. You're like,
that's my favorite thing too. Is like, you'll have haunts fighting. Oh, we already did this scene. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't do it like this. Like, there's 27,000 hillbilly scenes, and they all look different, or there's 40,000 cemeteries, and they all look different.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. Is it's the same scene, sure, but they're all different and all awesome.
and our cemetery is different.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. With an awesome ending to that scene.
Yes. I don't think that will ever go away.
It better not.
No, I don't think it. I think we'll get yelled at.
It can't.
No, I can't.
No, you guys will never live that down.
No.
That the hate.
I mean, there's
I'll
other
sit
things.
there.
Other things that have been changed, but I think that's the one that's definitely will never.
Yeah, I'll be sitting with the popcorn in the Facebook comments if you guys change that. All right, so let's dig into East Coast Hunters Convention. We're
Okay.
doing a little something new here. Let me bring
Yeah.
this up for you. There we
That's
go.
cute.
Let me make that the big one there. All right, so tell us about Wicked Candles.
Just mainly trying to start up a little extra side business for myself, and thought something that's out there in the industry. A lot of people, either make their own or usually just buy. Well, I see a lot of people hunts. They just buy the battery operated ones off of Amazon and put them in there. So, but I kind of thought, I've been getting into 3D printing, so I kind of thought that this would be something fun to get into because I like lighting and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm producing a 3D printed 12-volt hardwired flickered candles. So I actually got right now, yeah. So,
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
so that's the one there. I have it on right now.
Oh, it looks good.
So there's 2 bulbs in there that go back and forth and flicker.
Oh.
And then
That.
the wire right there. Yeah, there's the wire. It comes out through the side, but you can easily take
Up
off
through the
this
back.
bottom cloth. I have like a little fabric felt. You can easily take that off, and it reveals the connections in there, and you can actually just pull that wire through and then bring it through the bottom if it makes more sense to drill holes and in your fixed place, and then hide the wires underneath your tabletop or whatever you're shelving. So you can pretty much go either way with it. And
That's
then
cool.
I didn't release these actually yet, but I'm going to try maybe later this week on the internet. I just last night released on the internet these candles.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
But
they came out good.
I got this guy right here, little candlesticks. So, and they'll be on little stands. So I'll have different heights and different sizes of the. I
Nice.
don't know if you guys can see there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so cool.
And then I'm planning to do a few other things. Planning to do some wall sconces. That I don't see things like that as far as 12-volt and like candle wall sconces and things like that. So I'm trying to do some things that I don't see too often.
So
That's
talking
out.
to an idiot, me, how hard is it to wire 12-volt to something?
Oh, it's real easy because number one, you don't get shocked really at all. I mean,
Plus?
Don't
you
forget
can
we have
still
plaster walls.
you can still get a little zap if you put the 2 wires together, and like the hot positive and neutral. If you do it just right, you can get a little pop and a little zap off the power supply. And even that though is like just a little that you won't you feel it, but you don't feel it. It's not really anything. So that's the number one thing. And then it's just, it's pretty simple. It's just positive, negative. It's very simple things. Some things you have to have the polarity correct, but then there's some light fixtures that don't worry about the polarity, and
Huh.
it doesn't matter as far as the positive and negative. But
You good? Yeah. Yeah, I'm an engineer for work too. Like I deal with this stuff. I still don't know shit about it. Every time I have to use my multimeter, I'm calling in like, which one's DC?
yeah, it makes definitely life very simple, a lot more simpler. Definitely, I enjoy working with all the low volt and the lighting. I mean, it's Pumpkin Hill is like literally 100% low volt, 12 volt, pretty much, except for like I think I think one or two things, little tiny things, but the same with cemetery. Cemetery is literally just all 12 volt. So, but you see how bright that thing just lit up and how beautiful it looks, and
Yeah.
so it's the technology has come a long way as the last 10 years or so with LED lighting and just how small it is now, and how much little power it can use and how much you can do. So I think that's why a lot of haunts are just going to that route. And it's safety wise too, so less fire hazards. So
Very cool. What are you looking at?
You're thinking about where can I put those?
Well, we want to do a vampire bedroom, and you need wall sconces for a vampire bedroom, or it's not a vampire bedroom.
I don't think that one wall is plaster.
Well, they're probably pretty light. You could probably figure something out.
Something. Our house was built in 1890.
That's the biggest pain in the ass you've ever seen.
I love it.
Good. Then I
if
love
you
it.
ever have any questions or anything electrical,
I'm not touching that, but
as I say, give me a holler. So
if I do, you'd be my first call.
yeah,
we're
I did residential housing for about 20 some years, and ran my own business, and I've rewired almost every type of house you can possibly think of.
we got Ryan. What could go wrong?
I trust him. I don't trust you.
Nice. I wouldn't trust me either.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah. So, like, could you wire 4 of those together?
What's that?
Could you wire 4 of those together into one like outlet?
It's they run off a power supply.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it takes your 120 volts down to 12 volt. So it's basically bringing the voltage down to the 12 volts. And then that also, your power supply has different amp ratings. So there's 0.5 amps, there's 1 amp out there, there's 3 amps, there's 5 amps, there's 10 amps. And the more amperage, the more lights you can put on it.
I got you.
And then also wire size is the other thing. What I mainly use is 20 gauge to 16 gauge. So 20 and 18 and 16 gauge, and 16 is the bigger size. So we use that to kind of like run as far as our trunk. We call trunk lines, where it's our main feed lines, and then we'll branch off of that with a smaller wire to the lights, like little runs. So it's kind of like a tree. You got your main trunk, and then you branch off to each little light. That's kind of how Pumpkin Hill is set up. It's got the front half and then the back half, and there's 2 trunk lines running on the one side, and then we just have little branches coming off that go to each little pumpkin. So
learning all kinds of shit.
I know.
See, that's why I do interviews. We go deep into the industry.
We do.
So you're looking forward to East Coast?
Yes, I'm excited to try vending for the first time. See how it goes. So
very cool. Have you gone before without vending, like just patroning?
Yes, I've been there both the first 2 years, and I've been to Trans World since 2018. 2018 was pretty much kind of when I started haunting. So I'm coming up here. Yeah, in a couple years I'll be coming up on my 10-year anniversary as far as being a haunter.
Yeah, we started this in what, 15 as a blog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dumb ideas by me.
Stupid idea.
So did you want to cover anything else before we wrap this up? Did I miss anything? Did you think of a favorite movie yet?
Oh boy. I got so many favorite movies out there. I mean, I don't really have anything that I can just go to. I mean, as far as horror goes, if you're just wondering about that, I mean, I like more the paranormal, ghosty type stuff. Those
So
type,
you're Conjuring or
yeah,
Paranormal Activity.
that, and then I like all the weird, cool stories, interesting stories, like from American Horror Story.
Yeah.
If it's got a really unique storyline to it and stuff, I think that really captures me. So the Thrasher movies just don't blood and just don't do it for me. So
Yeah. Once Freddy was done, I was pretty much done with all that. Now it's just like it's hard to find horror movies I like. Like I dug the Conjuring series; that was fun.
yeah, I
Um,
mean, I like
Paranormal Activity was awesome because they made it for like $10,000.
yeah, I mean, I like the one I definitely will go to, every year for Halloween. It's just the typical Halloween original.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's just the way it's set up. This is a good old classic, and that one there's just the right amount of blood and thrashing in, I feel.
Hell House was good.
Hell House was good.
Yeah.
Have you been there yet? The Waldorf State of Fear?
No, I have not.
You need to get there. That was a good time. Hard to do because they're open when you are. So
Yeah. That movie definitely creeped me out. That was a creep.
Yeah.
I think it's movies like that when it's like the realism, but also just the unknown, and like as far as the paranormal, and when they creep around with the movie camera like that, it's that definitely gets me.
I gotcha.
Then you go down the basement.
Yeah, you've been in the basement.
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. Smallest steps ever.
Yeah, they're so narrow.
So, do you have any haunt goals for 2026 coming up? Any haunts you want to see? Any haunts you think you're going to make it to?
I'm saving up. I want to go to I'm hoping that, with we can work around with our closing the mountain, that we can sneak out and shoot down for Legendary this year.
Okay. They're over there, North Carolina, right? Woods.
Yeah, I would like to
Great.
see. Yeah, I would like to see all the North Carolinas. I've been eager to see all them. So now that they're doing that, I kind of want to hopefully jump on that one. So
yeah, I haven't been to Lake Hickory. It's on the list. Woods of Terror was beautiful.
yeah,
And I forgot the other one. Creepy Woods, you think it was?
Creepy
Kersey Woods.
Something.
I want to
Something
see.
like
I want to see boogers. What is it?
that.
You heard of that one?
No.
It's down south there. Look it up. Booger Woods.
Booger Woods.
I think I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's one of those southern ones.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like on the haunted hoochie side.
Okay, yeah.
So, from what I've heard, but
I'm fine with that.
or the Kentucky, what is it? The haunted hotel.
Yeah.
That one's pretty extreme, or up in your face type of thing.
Oh, she found it. It was #1 in North Carolina on the Scare Factor.
Yeah, I've heard some story that I've heard that's a pretty cool place to go to.
Oh, they're open very short. They don't start till October 11th. Wow.
So I think they're like a very unique place. You know what I mean? They only
Oh,
open.
that's a good Freddy. And I do want to shout out Reaper's Freddy. He's the best I've seen.
Yes.
I've seen lots of Freddys, but he holds my hat.
No, I agree. Kevin is awesome.
Yeah, he nails it every single time. And that's a hard one to do. It really is, because you got to be the right shape, you got to have the right tone, and he pulls it off.
He's one of our most passionate, dedicated actors. I mean, I love his dedication. So he's up there. He logs the timing of every tractor when it shows up, and then he hands it in. And we've never ever told him to do that for us. And so we have like these logs of our timing of our tractors in between each wagon, and because he just does it for us because he's on top of the hill, and every tractor is slightly different coming up the hill, and they approach the hill differently every time. So it actually does, his logging does help, because then we can kind of see how the tractor drivers are operating. If we think like, oh, this tractor needs to speed up a little bit better on the hill, and to keep the timing, because our timing is so crucial. Show, because since it's a linear show and it's one traction right after the other, and so it's our timing is so crucial. It still blows me away. I've been there for 5 years now, and the logistics still blow me away. It's of how that whole mountain works.
Yeah.
I don't think there's too many other haunts out there. I mean, there's the logistics are crazy in all different haunts, at every haunt, but I mean, ours is just, I mean, when we cover 65 acres of land, it's crazy.
Plus, you got to get on the hayride twice, so that timing can screw you too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of minds going into it, and when it works, and it goes so smooth, and it's crazy how well it can go and how smooth it can go.
Very cool. You got anything else, Your Honor?
No.
You got anything else you want to go over before we end this?
No, I think that's it.
Ryan, thank you for taking the time
Thank
out
you.
while you're working on a haunt right now. I learned a lot. I'm gonna have to buy some damn candles now.
Yeah,
Always
we'll
buying
see you
stuff.
at East Coast.
Yeah, definitely. All right, but that's gonna wrap it up. And make sure you check out Ryan's booth at East Coast. Did they give you a booth number yet? I don't think so, right?
No, he hasn't. I think he's still, with Transworld coming up here in a couple weeks.
He's busy.
Now he has the floor. He's not even touching the floor right there for East Coast yet.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't look at it either.
So I probably won't get it until literally probably the week or two after Transworld.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But make sure you check it out. You guys saw the logo. He'll be in one of the booths.
I know I got a corner booth. I know that.
Corner booth.
What's the name of it? Your candles?
Wicked Candles.
Candles.
Yeah, I'm planning to build a cool booth. It ain't gonna be no normal booth. But it's gonna be something that's gonna be a facade. You're gonna be walking in it, and because I want to be able to display the candles in the darkness, so it's gonna be like a dark type of structure.
That's a good idea.
So
yeah, so make sure you guys check out Ryan out here at Wicked Candles, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it, I'll take a